And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast.
Well, happy Thursday and happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. Thankful to be doing this weather for you, give you a more detailed outlook at what we can expect over the next few days. First up, I'll just take you through the day today, kind of a general forecast. 10 o'clock, probably still going to be mostly dry for everyone. Could see a couple of showers moving their way into the region, in the form of rain at least, mainly for the northeastern counties. Temperatures all day holding steady in the mid to upper 30s. We do see that precipitation move in around the lunch hour for more people in the form of some rain and some snow. You see that 1 o'clock through 7 o'clock tonight. Winds fairly stout today, anywhere from 25 to 35 miles per hour coming out of the north, thanks to that cold front that breezed through the area last night. And so the wind's definitely not something to scrunch your nose at, something to definitely keep in mind as we head through the day today. But the main story is the precipitation. Like I said, 9 o'clock, maybe a couple showers moving their way through the area, mainly for the northeastern counties. And I'll take you kind of every 3 hours here. 12 o'clock, seeing some snow showers start to develop in places like Dalhart and Clayton. Still nothing in the way of any widespread snow until about maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. You notice some of those pinks and blues, mainly on the western portion of the panhandle. Some of those deeper blues could indicate maybe some heavier bands of snow. I will point out that temperatures are going to be above freezing all day, so the roads, they're not really going to support any kind of like major sticking, at least initial sticking with some snow. It's probably going to take a little bit of time for that snow to kind of create a base layer of some slush, and then once that slush does form, then it's hats off to the races. What that accumulation starts to really pile up. But that's probably only going to be in places where you're probably seeing that deeper blue right here at about 8 o'clock. Clovis and Portales seeing the heaviest snow in the entire area. Amarillo, I don't really see anything in the way of any prolonged periods of heavy snow, but we could have a brief heavy downpour of some snow, maybe picking up an inch, maybe at best. But we'll head through the night a little bit more. 2 o'clock this morning, snow showers sticking around in those southwestern counties, maybe a couple showers as well, mainly in the southern counties. That's probably going to be the story for the next few days. You see 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, same places, seeing those snow showers, Amarillo and places northward staying dry. You notice as we head through the day Friday, though, this is actually something new as of this morning. The NAM is wanting to bring in a couple of showers just in the way of some rain Friday for the day. So, I mean, here in the Texas Panhandle, we always like moisture no matter the form, but those snow showers do continue for the southwestern counties. And this is 11 o'clock tomorrow night. I will offer my honest opinion here. I think this specific model run is kind of amping those precipitation amounts up a little bit. I don't think it'll be really that heavy as what you're seeing on the screen here. But like I said, some showers and snow showers definitely can't be ruled out for the southern counties. I do think that you're seeing that snow toward Clovis and Portales. I think that will make its way up toward Amarillo and places farther northeastward Friday night into Saturday, as that low kind of turns around and comes right back over our area. So forecast temps, this is kind of what I was talking about. 12 o'clock today, temperature in Amarillo is 38, 6 degrees above freezing. So like I said, those road conditions aren't really going to be favorable for any sticking snow and will hold steady throughout the day. I've kind of got the same time stops here for the day today, 37 at 3 o'clock, upper 30s and low 40s for about the entire area. See Childress and Canadian getting into the 40s. Childress may hit that 50-degree mark, probably not seeing anything in the way of snow there. But as we head through the evening, temps will cool off a little bit. 35 in Amarillo at 8 o'clock, 33 in Clovis, 34 at Portales. I'm going to point out Clovis and Portales specifically here. Those temperatures are going to get right at freezing, or at least close to freezing tonight, so that will be easier for the snow to stick as we head through the night tonight if they see that heavy snow stick around. And same thing with tomorrow morning, temperatures at or below freezing for just about everybody except Childress. Childress seems to be the outlier here in any kind of winter weather event for them. But as we head through the day tomorrow, temps will warm up a lot more than what we'll see today. You see places toward the Oklahoma Panhandle getting up into the 50s. That is because it's going to be a little bit drier up there, maybe even some sun poking through, but that cloud cover that's going to stick around in the southwestern counties, that's going to keep those temperatures hindered down probably into the 30s, maybe the low 40s, but that is just about it. So, like I was talking about earlier, the winds is not something you want to forget about with all this snow and all this fun stuff moving their way through the area. This is at about 10 o'clock today, and it's just going to stay windy all day. Winds coming out of the north, Canadian and Childress, probably getting a little bit windier as we head through the next couple of hours. winds anywhere from 25 to 35 miles per hour. Like I said, winds could occasionally gust up to 50. They will steadily die down as we head through the evening, though. I don't think we have to worry about any blizzard conditions with this system. Like I said, the wind's dying down as we head through the overnight hours tonight and into tomorrow. Winds a lot calmer tomorrow than what we're going to see today. So let's wrap it all up and talk about some totals. You see in the light blue there, maybe picking up an inch at best. Like I said, it's just not favorable for any kind of fast sticking snow. The only way the snow is going to stick is if it falls heavy enough and at a fast enough rate, and that is definitely possible in some of those areas of lighter blue, because with the system it's going to be kind of those wet, fat, heavy flakes that we often get when temperatures are either near freezing or a little bit above freezing. But you head more toward Hereford, Tulia, Plainview, and even down toward Lubbock. Could see a little bit more in the way of some heavier snow bands making their way through, maybe 1 to 3 inches. I will mention these numbers aren't in stone. You could give or take maybe 1 or 2 inches. But you look in the yellow there, that is probably the sweet spot for the snowstorm. Places like Portales, probably picking up at least 3 inches out of the snowstorm. That is probably the place that is going to see those continued bands of heavy snow time after time. And like I said, with those continued heavy bands, it doesn't have time to melt on the ground. And once that slush layer forms, then it's just off to the races with those accumulations. So something else I will also bring up, the wind direction. Like I said, coming out of the north thanks to that cold front last night, and models do indicate that it will stay coming out of the north and northeast. But something I will point out, and this is something models have been kind of disagreeing with over the past couple of days, is how far or close that low pressure system comes to us. If it's far enough west of us, then what a low does is it churns out air in a counterclockwise fashion. And what that would do if it goes enough west of us is bring in some southwesterly winds or some westerly winds. And what we know is those westerly, southwesterly winds typically bring in warmer air. So that would definitely make a tricky forecast for the next couple of days. If that were to happen, not likely, but it is possible. If it were to happen, then more places would see some precipitation more in the way of rain rather than a mix of rain and snow or just pure snow. So we will definitely keep you updated multiple times throughout the days coming up today, tomorrow, and Saturday. But taking you through the 7-day supercast here, we are under first alert for the next 3 days. But after that, really quiet weather, getting up to 53 on Sunday, getting back up into the 60s on Monday. So if you're not a big fan of winter, then I do say you will like the beginning of next week feeling more like spring.